Welcome to Life Unscripted Tutorials. I'm Tricia Parker. Sometimes when designing complex shapes, there is a need to equally distribute a shape around a circle. Repeating a shape along a path can come in handy whether trying to create a logo or trying to create a clock. This tutorial will teach you how to create evenly spaced, properly aligned shapes around an object using Illustrator CC's rotate and duplicate methods. First, we will create the clock. I've put a reference clock to the side to look at as we build our own clock. Let me delete this one. Begin by grabbing the Shape tool in the toolbar. Hold the Shift while dragging the Ellipse tool to get a proportion circle. The circle appeared with a black fill and no stroke, and I want to reverse that, so I will toggle the fill and stroke colors. Going back to the Shape tool, hold down the Ellipse tool to get the flyout and choose the Rectangle tool. Create a small rectangle to the side of the circle for the hour tick marks. Again, we will toggle the fill and stroke colors. Drag the tick mark to the 12th position on the clock. Don't worry about it being centered perfectly, as we are about to do that. Using the Selection tool, select both the circle and the tick mark. In the Align palette, choose Center. Now we will use Illustrator's Rotate tool to create the remainder of the tick marks for the clock. Click on the Rectangle tool and press R on the keyboard for Rotate. A teal target will show up on the rectangle. This is how the Rotate tool will determine where to center the object from. Hold down the Alt key on the keyboard and drag the teal circle to the middle of the main circle. When you hit the center, a pink Center word will show up. Drop the teal target mark there. The Rotate menu should appear when the mark is dropped, but if it does not, click the target while holding Alt. Illustrator has a great feature built into this tool. Instead of trying to figure out what degree to set the marks at, allow Illustrator to do the math for you. In the angle box, type 360 divided by 12 and hit the copy button, not the OK. The Rotate box disappears and you should now have 2 tick marks on the screen. To allow Illustrator to continue working for you, click Control or Command on the Mac, plus D, to continue the marks around the circle. Now add the hour numerals. We are going to align the numbers around the clock by choosing R on the keyboard while holding the Alt key. Again, we will put 360 divided by 12 for the angle. Hit Copy, then Control or Command D to complete the process. The numbers are in the correct spots, but at various angles. To fix this, click on each number individually, go to the Transform panel for each one, and change the Transform angle to 0. This is edited to speed up that process. Now using the Type tool, we will fix the numbers to the correct number for each tick mark. And there you have it, a perfectly proportioned vector clock. I will put this to the side, so now we can create a professional looking logo. Let's create a logo for a cupcakery. I'm not sure if I just made up that word, but I love it. Examining the reference logo in the corner, as I bring it over and enlarge it, you can see it's made up of many individual triangles around the outside. I'm going to delete this so we can create our own again. Begin by creating your base ellipse. We will again swap the fill and stroke colors on this logo. Going to the Shape flyout menu and choosing the star tool, we will create the triangle. If you need to change the number of sides on the triangle, click the up and down arrows on your keyboard as you are creating the initial triangle. When you have the necessary amount of sides, hold the Shift key to align the triangle to the horizontal plane. Drag the triangle to approximately the top center of the circle. And again, toggle the fill and stroke on this shape. Now use the handles to size appropriately. Select both objects and from the Align palette, choose Center. Now to rotate and duplicate. After selecting the triangle by itself, click R on the keyboard to activate the Rotate tool and drag the teal target mark to the center of the circle. This time we want lots of triangles around the circle, so I will put in 360 divided by 60 as the math. You could play around with the number that works for you. Click Copy. The Rotate menu disappears, and click Ctrl or Command D on the keyboard to complete the circle. Now to design the logo, we will start with the word Yummy. Using the Type tool, type Yummy. Select the entire word and then change the font to P22 Corinthia, a purchased font. Using the Selection tool, grab the handles on the word to size to your liking. Now we will type the frosted ampersand. Grab the Type tool again and type frosted ampersand. The font to Avant-Garde, another purchase font. Open the character palette and change the spacing between the letters in the kerning field to 200. Use the Selection tool again to place the text in the desired area. Copy and paste the text below Yummy to type the word Cupcakery. Using the Selection tools and handles, size and place appropriately. The last thing we will do is go to the Symbols palette and grab a pre-made confection art to put on the logo. As easy as that, we have a professional vector-based logo. Using Adobe Illustrator, we were able to easily create evenly distributed, properly rotated objects around a circle using the Repeat and Duplicate tools. Thank you for watching my tutorial. Feel free to follow me at any of the addresses on the screen or follow my YouTube channel. Goodbye from Life Unscripted Tutorials.